Book 2, Seduction. Okay, how do I explain my life now? How do I explain this endless cycle of addiction that is trapped in seduction and pain? I'll be honest. My life was a downward spiral of blurred memories after the fiasco with Terrence. I spent a year consumed with pain, sex, alcohol, and anger. I vowed I was never falling for another man. In fact, I made it a priority in my heart that I was going to dog out every man I could. No connection, a conversation full of lies, good sex, and keep it moving. The year 2015 was a year that brought me to my end, but not before I brought some more men to their knees. I turned into someone I barely recognized. The best word to describe me would be a hunter or predator, and men were my prey. The ones I often caught were the ones who thought they were the predators. I knew how to pretend to be captured while knowing I had the trap, chains, and keys. I met Brent at a club. That night, I just wanted to have sex. My entire being craved to be touched and wanted. I took my time to prepare for the adventure of helping a man believe he chose me when I was the one who picked him. The chase was the highlight of the entire affair, although my chase looked more like get close enough for him to see me, smell me, and sense my energy. Little to no words needed. That night, I went to my closet and pulled out a little black dress with the matching strappy heels. I made it a point not to want to stand out with clothes, but with presence alone. The black allowed me to hide in the shadows and be seen when I wanted to be seen. I prepared myself like I was getting ready for some type of ceremony. I took a shower and then I soaked in a bath with scented oils. I slid into my dress and fixed my hair. I went with a long, straight back look for my hair. And my makeup was simple. A soft glam with a strong black wing on my eyelids and a lipstick the color of the best Malbec wine. Not as strong as a Cabernet and not as soft as a Merlot. I pulled up to spot that I heard about, and it was supposed to be an atmosphere that is grown and sexy. The valet gave me a ticket, and I stepped to the side to see what was really going into the club. I needed to see if there was someone that caught my attention. Just like magic, he appeared out of the club, as if he was looking for someone, and his posture just told me he was either the owner or the promoter, and that was enough for me. I wanted him, the tall, dark one with the slightly bowed legs. I walked up to him from the side and touched his arm and asked, "Excuse me, what type of music do you have playing in there?" He smiled slightly and told me about 3 different areas on the inside. There were 2 rooms with 2 different DJs for people to dance in, and the main stage and dance floor with a DJ. The main stage would have a few exotic dancers doing a show sometime that night. I said, "Thanks," as I tucked my hair behind my ear and turned to walk away. That was the beginning of the chase. I picketed him, but he didn't know. He spent the night coming up with a way to get me, and I spent the night reminding him that he wanted me. I got a drink and sat in a chair that was in a dim corner, and my second opportunity just presented itself. Brent was walking past with a few of the dancers, and I assumed their manager. One of the dancers stopped because she saw me and happened to be an old classmate. I looked Brent in the eyes as I asked my classmate his name in her ear and told her to turn and look at him like I said something about him. We laughed, and she went her way. But Brent wanted to know what was so funny. He took a few steps but kept looking back at me, and I knew I had him then. All night he made it his business to walk by me, and I made it my business to change locations to watch him try to find me, and he did every time. The night was ending, and the last song was playing in the main floor. People were leaving, and I walked into the side dance room, and the DJ was playing his last song. It was slow, and I asked him to dance, knowing that Brent would look for me for the last chance to make his move. At first, he walked past the room. Then he backed up and stood at the entry and looked. The DJ was dancing behind me and couldn't see my face. I made sure I put on a small show while never taking my eyes off Brent. The song ended and I thanked the DJ for the dance and walked away. As soon as I turned the corner, Brent was standing there. He gave me his line about wanting me all night, and if I could give him a half hour, he would make it worth the wait. That's all I needed to hear.